Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Today's video is going to be another eyeshadow palette video. It is still August, so I'm still working through all of my eyeshadow palette videos for the month of August because this month is August palette month here on my channel as well as on my blog. So today I thought we could talk about very travel-friendly eyeshadow palettes. So these are palettes that I think are really great for travel, or that I also like to take with me whenever I travel. So these are 5 eyeshadow palettes. Some of them are quite affordable as well that I really like to use when I travel. Now, one thing you should know is about me and when I go traveling, I don't really wear a lot of like extravagant makeup when I travel because I just want to keep things very quick, very easy, and very simple because 9 out of 10 times when I'm traveling, I'm usually going there because I'm a tourist and I just want to go out there and see the place and do my thing, and I don't really want to worry too much about what I am or am not wearing on my face that day. I tend to wear a bit of makeup when I know I'm going to be like either makeup shopping, or if I'm going out that night, then I will use a bit of makeup, but 9 out of 10 times I just go barefaced, especially if it's like in a really hot climate, then it's just going to melt off anyway. So I like to go for very minimal makeup when I travel and things that are very quick and easy to apply. I don't want to spend hours in my hotel room blending my eyeshadow when I'm away. So that is why, for instance, the very first palette that I'd like to show you is this. And I just have to start with my favorite travel palette straight away. This is the Makeup Academy Elysium palette. And this is a dupe for the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. It's pretty close as well. I've never actually swatched all of the shades side by side, but I do know that, is it this one right here? Yeah, this one is a good like dupe for Trick, which is one of my favorite shades in that palette. And what I just like about this is that I can get a very similar look as the Urban Decay Naked 3 out of this palette, which is one of my all-time favorites. But the packaging of this is just so much sleeker, and this retails for like 6 or 7 euros. So if this breaks, I wouldn't mind it as much as breaking my over 50 euro palette from Urban Decay. So that's why, since I love these shades so much for a quick and easy everyday look, I love traveling with this. But if it does break in my bag, then I really am not too sad about this breaking. Now, when I was going through some of my eyeshadow palettes, I was thinking, well, if I were to take anything with me, it would probably be something really cute and small like this. If there's one palette that just does travel packaging very well, then it's this Up Designory palette. Now, this is a makeup artist brand, and I've had this for years. And these are just 4 very basic shades, and I believe this comes as a separate palette, and then you need to put in the individual shadows. So that's what I did at the time. The shades in this palette are Honeysuckle. I put stickers in here because else I knew I would forget. Apricot, we have Taupe, and we have Espresso. And this is a really nice quad for a very basic look, something like I'm wearing today, but today I'm wearing something else because this is a lot warmer, as you can see. But these shades are very nice and neutral. You can see I have quite a few dents in these eyeshadows, and this is just a really nice basic little one look palette that you put this on, put on a red lip like this, and you're good to go. In a very similar vein, I also decided to put in the Naked Basics 2 by Urban Decay, because if there's one eyeshadow palette that I like traveling with, it's this one. It has a good mirror in the lid, which is really handy. It's a little bit small perhaps, but for travel, I don't mind. And you get 6 very basic shades. Now, the reason why I decided to pick the Naked Basics 2 over the 1 is because these are just my favorite shades in here. These get a lot of use from me, and I love this palette when I just want to build up a look and then put something shimmery or a cream shadow onto the lid. I really like using this. And one thing that I like to do when I travel is to take something small like this, a very basic eyeshadow palette, and then put a cream or a glittery shade like the Stila Glitter and Glows. Those are far less easy to break in your bag, and you can still make a very nice pulled together look if you go for something easy and then something shiny on the lid. Now, talking about mini palettes, I was very chuffed to see Makeup Revolution come out with these little chocolate palettes. They do 4 of them, and I'm holding up my favorite of the 4. There's a nudes one, there's a rose gold one, and there's a chocolate orange one. But my favorite is the Choc Mint. And this is still very neutral, but you do get this really nice pop of teal, which is something that I really like. And it's just, you know, you get 8 shades, these all work very nicely together. And then for instance, if you take something a bit more matte like this, then you do also have a couple of additional mattes, because I do feel this is quite heavy on the shimmers in the lighter shades. So in terms of a brow bone highlight, I wouldn't be able to get that out of this palette. So I would take something differently with me for that. But again, nice mirror in the lid here as well. Just a nice handy little palette that is going to be easy to travel with. Now I was also thinking, like, I don't like traveling with my more high-end palettes, mainly because they are usually very bulky. I only really have one palette in my more high-end eyeshadow palette collection that I feel is small enough to travel with. But what I do think I might want to play around with if I travel is this Stila palette I have. This is the Eyes Are the Window of the Spirit, and this is one of my all-time favorite eyeshadow palettes, which is another reason why it's a contender to be on this list. It's again very neutral, but you do get 12 shades that are very workable, and I find this very versatile because you get all of your basics, you get a couple of good transition shades and like pops for the lid, but you also get some darker shades that will allow you to deepen up a look. So this is one of those palettes that, especially if you go on work trips a lot, I feel like this can work really well because it will take you from like day to night, and if you have a dinner after a conference or anything like that, then this is a really great palette to just chuck in your bag. So those are all the palettes that I wanted to show you in this video. Please let me know in a comment down below what palettes you like to pack when you travel. I would love to know. And if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, because I would very much appreciate it if you could help me get my videos out there. And if you want to help me even more, then please subscribe, because there are still a couple more videos coming in August palette month. We haven't reached the end of the month yet, so please stay tuned for those. And I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you have a great day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!